guys got agents and you got financial advisors. You got, come on now, no, come on. Hold on. You literally pay these agents a 2% or 3% or whatever it is at the end of the year. You have these financial advisors that are right there. But you mean to tell me the people that you pay money to can't advise you on real estate? And 13% of the NFL right now has real estate or owns an investment property? You still are not explaining this to me.
You brought me back. And now, hold up. And now they don't pick up your 5th-year option. So now, G, what this does, this how cold the NFL is.
KJ, I was the draft, man.
The draft?
Yeah, the NFL draft.
You know I was there, right?
Yes, I saw you. I mean, I saw you make the pick, and I did
How'd I
thing.
do?
You did good, man. More importantly, you was clean. You was clean in the board of health. Yeah. How did you decide what you was gonna wear?
I was debating. So first, I bought both of those suits.
Okay.
Just for the draft. Spent some money on. So yeah, thank you for calling me clean, because I spent some good money on them suits.
You was clean. But I tell you, before you talk about all of the festivities that happened and around, and we'll get to that, the best part that I saw, even better than that pick, was you with your dad.
Absolutely.
Because you made a post and you talked about how you and your dad used to watch all the NFL drafts together.
Yep.
What was this one like?
It was amazing. Like literally since high school, we sit there first, second, third, fourth rounds, me and my dad.
Really?
Just watching ball. Mm-hmm. Then we was in there in person.
Yeah.
Did the same exact thing. Here I am, 33 years old. We did this when I was in high school. Here I'm 33 years old, still got my dude next to me. That felt really good.
That's a real blessing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. How the Seahawks do? How the Seahawks do in that draft?
So what they do? They got Witherspoon.
They got Spoon. Yeah,
let's talk about Witherspoon.
You seen The Lion King?
Of course.
Everybody's seen The Lion King, right?
Mufasa,
right? Do you remember the time when Simba looks in the mirror and he sees Mufasa, right?
Yeah.
That's Spoon.
Please elaborate.
Smaller guy, but he played like Mufasa. Mm-hmm. When you look at him, you get the Simba type deal, but he's Mufasa. Fast, tough, strong as nails, and a guaranteed pick that I think that John and Pete wanted to have because they wanted to say, we need a home run with this pick, and that's our guy.
And the thing you see with Witherspoon is his confidence. Like when he step on the football field, it's sometimes when dudes step on the field, they walking on the field just out there to survive.
Right.
This dude, I can tell when he walk on the field, he walking on the field like I'm that dude.
Right.
This dude in front of me is not about to catch the ball. And if he does catch the ball, I'm smacking him. That's what you get out of Witherspoon. And you pair that with a Tariq Woolen coming off of who should have been defensive rookie of the year with his numbers. You pair him with him. Second year, 4-3. And on the back end, Quandre gonna tell you what to do. Quandre gonna tell you what to do. You sit there, hey, this coming, that coming. Jump this, jump that. I got you on this back end. He gonna direct the traffic. And so, yes, they won with that draft pick.
Definitely won.
They won with that.
Here's where they really win. And before we get into the rest of the draft picks, I want to go into first what they didn't do. Because, look, I was a part of the draft party, Seahawks draft party at the Space Needle. First of all, it was dope. It was amazing. It was fantastic. And when they did not take the D lineman that everybody thought that they would, right? I think that there seemed to be a little bit of disappointment. So let's talk about the fact of, let me address the elephant in the room. They didn't take Jalen Carter.
Because they were scared as hell.
What?
Scared as hell, yes.
They were scared?
Why else they didn't take him?
I don't think.
Why else did they not take him?
When you say scared, let's talk about why they're scared. I'll agree with you on them being nervous, if you will. And I just think that they didn't want to take Jalen Carter with the number 5 pick, knowing we're going to have to make sure this guy is good to go. But I think they get in Devon Witherspoon, they for sure know what's going to happen with him. And a number 5 pick, you got to be sure, man.
Gee, if I'm taking it at the number 5 spot, I can't worry what you're doing when
Bingo.
When you're not in the building. If you're in the building, you cool. You go work hard. You go be here.
Mm-hmm.
But when you outside of the building, I can't worry about who you hanging out with, what you're doing. I have got to be sure at the number 5 spot. And when I look at Jalen Carter, 2 things will happen with him. I say this with as much respect as I can. He's going to either be the most dominant defensive lineman that we've seen in a very long time, or this dude could be out the league in 5-6 years.
Here's why I don't think he's going to be out the league in 5 or 6
years.
I don't either.
I don't either.
But you said of those 2.
Okay.
I think Jalen Carter is going to go to the Eagles and be successful. A couple reasons. One, I have found out through through some sources, he doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke. So already, you that's a good thing going forward.
Yes, positive.
He's from a small town, Apopka, Florida, 55,000. I know a little something about small town guys.
Mm-hmm.
You a small town guy.
Somewhat.
Sometimes people that come from small towns, they kind of green a little bit. They kind of naive a little bit, right? And so they can easily get and make some wrong decisions. I'm going to make period point blank. I think the Philadelphia Eagles organization right now, I think that they're a strong organization. I think they have Fletcher Cox out there, who we know what kind of person that he is.
Brandon Graham.
He has an opportunity, and he has some teammates that's going to be out there as well, so he has a sense of comfort. How about this? I like the Seahawks didn't take him.
Yes.
And I'm cool with the Eagles taking him.
Absolutely, absolutely. When we look at the Seahawks, they are in no position to roll the dice. This team is still in a rebuilding mode. Yeah, you made the playoffs, cool, but you are still rebuilding. And you got to rebuild with someone that you can trust. I heard Coach Carroll do an interview today. He was talking about we got the right people in the building. He said we got the right people in the building. Yeah, on the football field, you're phenomenal. Yeah, you're dominant. But the right people last. The right people you can trust. The right people you can depend on. Gee, I don't make it in the NFL for 11 years if people can't depend on me.
Right.
I'm gone.
Right.
I'm gone. So I think Jalen Carter is going to be good in Philadelphia. But for the Seattle Seahawks, Devon Witherspoon was the right pick.
Absolutely. And then the next pick.
Oh,
I mean,
listen.
Come on.
Let me take y'all to Friday morning.
Okay.
I meet up with Kenny Burns and Greg. We grabbing some breakfast. Mm-hmm. I see these 2 dudes there. I'm like, I don't know who they are. I was like, somebody sitting there. I was like, no, come sit down. So we get talking about the draft. Like, what y'all think? What the Seahawks gonna do? I was like, man, they gonna probably do this. They're gonna do that. They was like, what y'all think about Jackson Smith-Njigba?
Right.
I'm like, oh, the kid from my house. I think he good. It was like, Seahawks will take him at 5. I'm like, absolutely not. It was like, what you talking about? He nice. I'm like, I'm sure he's nice, but the Seahawks are not taking him at 5. I'm sitting with his 2 childhood best friends.
Wow.
And Njigba's 2 best friends. They from Texas. 2 best friends. They was like, listen.
Rockwall. Shout out to Rockwall.
It's like, listen, when it comes to Njigba, he got that it factor. It's like, he ain't fast. He ain't gonna run a 4.3. But the dude, when he gets the ball in his hands, he gonna make it happen. I said, I'm sure he is, but not at number 5.
Right.
They was like, watch and see. Draft come, by number 5, okay, I knew we were going to get drafted. And then as time went on, I'm sitting there like, okay, hold up. Ain't no receiver came off the board. Seahawks need a 3rd receiver. Could this dude be the dude? Last week.
Come on.
Last week you called it. So I'm sitting here, I was like, okay, ain't no receiver been took. Seahawks need a 3rd receiver. Could this happen? And lo and behold, the 20th pick, the Seattle Seahawks select Jackson Smith-Njigba. I kid you not, 2 seconds later, these 2 dudes run up to us. We hug and high five. And I'm like, I told you, it's coming to Seattle.
Right.
And so, man, it was just crazy. I seen them dudes that morning. We talking about their best friend.
Right.
Pick number 20, here he comes.
So me and Mata Njigba, that's Pops. That's Jackson's dad. We text morning of, back and forth, right? And I'm like, man, it'll be a dream if he would be a Seahawk, but I don't think that's gonna happen because I knew the Seahawks would not take a wide receiver with the number 5 pick.
No. Yep.
And there's no way in the world I thought Jackson would still be there at number 20.
Mm-hmm.
But as we start getting close, I'm at the Space Needle. I text Mata, and I said, and this was at like, it might have been like pick 11 or 12. I'm like, wait a minute. He not coming off the board? If he don't come off the board between 12 and 16, he might be a Seahawk. And I said, could it be like that? He didn't hit me back.
Oh, yeah.
But after the pick happened, I FaceTimed him. I gave it about 10 minutes. I FaceTimed it, and he picked up. And by this time, Jackson was back at his seat, and he turns it over, and I'm like, Jackson, let's go.
Yeah.
I'm going crazy. Let me simplify. 2 words. Always open.
Always open.
Always open. He is the craftiest pass catcher. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Jackson Smith-Njigba is the craftiest pass catcher that I've ever seen in my life.
G. Come on, G. Oh, he's good. I like him. We're talking about your lifetime? How old are you? How much football have you watched? Jerry Rice, Larry Fitzgerald, Calvin Johnson, Tyler Lockett, ahead of all them guys?
The wide receiver position is changing. Now, if that goes viral, it is what it is. You guys can talk bad about me all you want to. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm going to stand on it because sometimes some of us have the ability to recognize greatness when you see it. That young man
Yes.
is, and I'm talking about, and I've seen him work like this since June of 2019. Go look at his high school tape and see what he was doing in high school. Go see what he was doing in college, in the Rose Bowl, 300-something yards receiving.
I went back and watched that game. That's when they played Utah?
Yes, sir.
I went back and I YouTube Jackson that night. I was like, let me see how good this dude really is. I went and YouTubed him. I was like, okay.
So what does this mean for the Seahawks? This means he is going to a wide receiver room that is led by one of the best human beings in the world in Tyler Lockett.
Yes.
One of a great dude in DK Metcalf.
Yes.
DK Metcalf will have his best season as a Seahawk because Jackson Smith-Njigba is in that slot, wiggly and working, and you got Tyler Lockett. He has the best season because you cannot answer for this.
This side is gonna work. Let's explain football to people.
Okay, come on.
If you just got a DK and a Tyler, both these guys are on the outside, the Z and X receivers. Yeah. So what you can do, you could play too high. You could play,
which we're seeing a lot of. We're seeing a lot of too high safeties now.
So DK not gonna get past us. Tyler not gonna get past us.
Cool.
And what that does is it opens up things for everything in the middle. It isolates Jackson against a linebackers. Oh, you gonna leave me on a linebacker? I'm about to go to work. About to go to work. And if you try to double team me, DK, Tyler, and Geno Smith and Geno is good, and from the sense of he go read the coverage pre-snap,
right,
and he go see before the ball is even snapped. This is where I'm going. And I don't know about Jackson's IQ. I don't know his football IQ, but I'm sure them dudes will get together in OTAs and then training camp and get together. Hey, when you see this, do this, and I got you. He's the money man on third down.
Well, let me ask you this. As a defender, as someone who has had to match up with guys in the slot, what did you see over the course of your career? Tell us about the wide receivers when you first got in the game and then towards the end. I think that you saw wide receivers get better, and I think the reason for that is the continuation of 7-on-7 that has these young men repping.
Gee, these dudes are watching film in middle school. What you watching film in middle school for? By the time they get to high school, by the time they get to college, their IQ is like no other. Oh, 2 high safeties. Oh, single high. Oh, they in man-to-man coverage. Well, I'm pre-snap. I'm going to run to the left, come back. Oh, he's following me. Man-to-man. I'm about to run this option route on him. They know this in middle school. And so you fast forward when they get to the game. Mm-hmm. The referee's going to protect them. You know how the league is. But they are just more valuable. They're more explosive. And if you got good receivers on your football team, you got a chance to make a lot of noise.
So there's going to be a lot of people that's going to go nuts about what I said about him being one of the best wide receivers I've ever. No, I said the best.
You said catchers.
Pass catchers. Pass catchers. Hands.
Okay.
Agility. And like you said, he's not going to go out here and he's not going to go right. It's not going to be a go route. He's going to just think Allen Iverson handles, think Kyrie handles, because for all the wide receivers out there, if you're a good ball handler, you're a good receiver.
Okay, Doug Ball.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, really, that's what it is, right? Yeah. So, again, I think the Seahawks got that. And then one thing that they didn't do in this draft that I think says a lot about a current player on their roster, once again, the Seattle Seahawks did not draft a quarterback. Mm-hmm. And what do I think that means? I think Drew Lock is better than a lot of people think.
With that being said, what's going to happen with Drew? Geno signed 3 years. Or they go just, you got one year guaranteed. Is Drew the future? What are you saying when you say that?
I think Drew right now is the backup.
He's a backup. He's a backup.
So Hendon Hooker is 24 years old. 24 or 25 years
25.
old. He's 25.
25. And
he just got drafted.
How old is Drew?
26. And he's played in the NFL for 4 years. So one player is going to a team and he's just now starting, and Drew Lock has been in the league. You tell me, you know better than anybody. There's nothing like 4 and 5 years of NFL experience.
Absolutely. And so he was good in Denver. The thing that's holding Drew back is his decision making. He has a cannon for an arm. He's athletic. But sometimes I'm like, bro, what you doing? Why did you throw that ball? There's somebody right there. So if he fixes that with his game, I believe that we could really, take Drew seriously.
Right. And so whatever our opinions are, whatever anybody thinks about Drew Lock, I want to remind people right now, the Seahawks did not take a quarterback in the draft. That should tell you all you need to know.
And in the third round, I thought it was going to be Hooker. Or the second round. I was like, they would do Hooker? They didn't do him.
Now, speaking of when the Seahawks make moves, now, all the time, John and Pete don't come out and tell you what they're thinking. But when the Seahawks do certain things, it makes me be like, So, I'll give you an example. I just said they did not take a quarterback. Maybe they love Drew Lock more than people think. Okay. 26 years old, 4 years of experience. And then, just across the wire, before we started this, it was my man Jordan Brooks, linebacker for the Seahawks. They did not pick up his 5th option. And I thought, what does that mean? So let me go to the expert. Because it has not been a good couple months for Jordan Brooks. And what I mean by that is they did not pick up his 5th option. They brought Bobby back. He now has to go and play this next season coming off an ACL injury. What does that say in your opinion?
To say that it's been a rough few months for Jordan Brooks is an understatement. This is very hard. First of all, you tear your knee. That's a 9-month recovery. That's hard. We're talking September, October. They bring Bobby back.
No, look, real quick. They told you, you told us that they told you, no, we're going.
KJ, you gone.
You gone.
We love you, KJ, but you're gone. Bobby,
We love you.
This is Jordan's team. Thank you for everything. You were great. They brought Bobby back. And now, hold up. And now they don't pick up your 5th-year option. So now, G, what this does, this how cold the NFL is. Hey, we took you in the first round. You're great. We love you. You've done a fantastic 3 years for us. But right now, you got to play your contract year coming off of a torn ACL. Gee, when you come back from an ACL, you are finding your groove. You're trying to feel things out. Unless you're Adrian Peterson. He's the only one that came back
different. Yeah.
But gee, you really trying to feel your way. You have a new knee. So what you telling me is that I got to play my contract year while I'm trying to figure myself out. I played with Bruce Irvin.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't pick up his 5th-year option.
Okay.
I played with Carpenter.
Right.
I don't think they picked up his 5th-year option. And so he can still come back, but I'm just fast forward thinking. But this is just mentally, emotionally, physically, this is hard.
It really is, huh?
Very hard. And this is the NFL for you. Unfortunately, stuff like this happens.
Okay.
But this is tough, G. This is tough.
Okay, you say this is tough, and I'm quite sure there are some players that listen to this right here. What do you do? What do you do to get through this?
First and foremost, let me start here. The thing I gotta say is, do not step on that football field unless you are 1,000%. Listen and listen closely. Don't step on that football field unless you are 1,000%. The NFL is looking for any little thing to say, I'm not going to pay you. I don't care if you're a first round pick, you 10-year vet, they're looking for anything to say, I'm not going to pay you. And when they look at that tape, it's 31 other teams looking too. It's 31 other teams looking too. And if they see anything, oh yeah, he's not this, he's not that, he won't be this, they're going to use that against you. And so here's the there's a mistake that I made. This is a mistake that I made. My 8th year, my knee was, can you bleep this out if I cuss? My knee was f***ed up. My knee was f***ed up, but what I did was, it was my contract year. I said, all right, KJ, here you go. This is the situation. Your knee jacked up. You want to get paid. Tape this thing up and go back out there on the football field. I did that. I kid you not. My knee full of fluid. I had a knee brace on. I looked terrible. I couldn't finish the game. 2 weeks later, I was back on the bench because I was unhealthy. Two weeks later, I was back on the bench because I wasn't healthy. Fast forward, I played like 2-3 healthy games that year. Contract year come. Payday come. Same thing. Nobody called my phone. Why? KJ, we looked at your film. Yeah, you're a good football player. But you were moving slow. You was hurt. You coming off a knee injury. We're not. It's not about to be a bidding war for you. So with that being said, the best thing for Jordan is to show that I am healthy when I step on this football field. If you come out there half stepping, limping, I'm telling you, because I'm sweating thinking about this. I'm telling you, they go use that against you.
So, but wait a minute. Then a lot of guys over the years, they give that advice. But don't you think sometimes the pressure to still play through that, because you're thinking about the possibility for that money, you're thinking about putting it on film, and you're like, yeah, I got to play through it.
The good thing that Jordan has from him is his youth. Yeah. He was a first-round pick, and he played well. They can't take those 3 things away from Jordan. I'm young. I played well. I'm a first-round pick. He has a lot going for him. The worst thing that he can do is come September, October. I'm feeling okay. Mm-hmm. I can go out there. But if I go out there, I won't look quite right. Go out there right. And go out there with where this will last 4 games. Oh, He moving. Oh, he's strong at the point of attack. Yes, we're going to invest in you. But if you trying to go out there, the seasons come, oh, my guy's out there, you're going to be taken care of. When you get healthy, Jordan, yes, in the starting lineup. Jordan, go.
Right.
He will be fine in that aspect.
Are the Seahawks defense any better? Last year, I think they ranked 30th against the run. And obviously, the discussion is to kind of take care of that. After the draft, with the free agent pickups, with bringing Bobby back, will they be better against the run?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You get Jay Reed back.
Ooh, yes.
Get Jones back.
Mm-hmm.
Or you get Jones.
Get Jones.
Bobby back. They were 30th last year against stopping the run. I surely hope you get better. What the hell? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What I need from Coach Hurt is let the dogs loose. Let the dogs loose.
What is that? Wait, hold on. What does that mean? Like, hold on.
It means what it sound like.
I mean, what doesn't every NFL defensive coordinator let their dogs loose?
You know how you walking a dog and your dog on his leash?
Yeah.
What happens when you take that leash off?
They go everywhere, but you don't hold. I'm glad you brought the very, very good one right there. You don't want to let the dog off because you don't know where that dog's gonna go. And if you have him on a leash, you have some control.
Okay. Let me break it down football terms.
Come on.
When I say let the dogs, what I say? Let them loose?
You said let them loose.
Let the dogs loose. When I watched the Seahawks last year, 2 gap in, I'm taking my block, linebackers come make the tackles. They weren't going. They weren't playing football. When it's a run play, I play with Brandon Mebane. Mebane, go make the play. I don't want to make, you go make the tackle. When I watched our defensive linemen last year, they were dancing. They were just going with linemen, taking up blocks, 2-gapping.
Right.
I don't want that. Let these dudes go eat. Let them go. Don't hold them back.
I think it's unfair for you to use Brandon Mebane.
Okay, let me use somebody else.
Because Brandon Mebane,
Yes.
he knew where the play was going.
Okay.
He used to tell y'all where the play. Am I right?
Yes. So when I played with Tony McDaniel, go make the tackle.
Okay. T-Mac was a dog.
He was a dog too.
He's a dog. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, when you got these men up front that know football, that work hard, don't use their skill set to the best of their abilities. You know what I mean?
Right.
Jay Reed is a get off the ball type dude. I hope they bring Poona Ford back. Please bring my guy Poona back.
Why?
Because Poona, look at his previous years, he was really good.
Yeah.
But last year, stuff got changed. The scheme got changed a little bit. Poona was quiet. Let Poona get off the rock and go make some plays. If they change up the scheme of the defense, they can bring a lot of these dudes back.
Seahawks a contender next year?
Contender to win the Super Bowl?
Yes.
They're getting there. They're getting there.
I say yes, and of course there's bias in me. No,
there's bias in me too.
There's bias. But I say that because I think in this division, they are the clear favorites. They should be the clear favorites to win the division. And I'm sorry about the Niners, but I think this whole Brock Purdy thing and what's going on with that, I'm just not feeling it. I think that the Niners have wasted the glory years of that Niner defense.
They've had a lot of chances. They've had a lot of chances.
Thank you.
They've had a lot of chances.
That's what I'm saying.
And they've blown it.
I think if Pete Carroll, if he was to be sitting right here, he would say, watch this year. Watch this.
Hey.
Right? You know what I mean?
Let me pump your brakes a little bit.
All right. Maybe today I'm just going.
Yes. They are building towards something special. Will they be better than last year? Absolutely.
Okay. Well, then I'm not that far off then.
Okay, but we're talking about beating the Niners. The Niners are very, very good.
On defense.
On offense, too. Christian McCaffrey, Debo, George Kittle, that offensive line, Trent Williams, Kyle Shanahan calling the plays. Them dudes is good, G.
if the Seahawks get better at stopping the run, we isolate that team. Seahawks isolate that team, stopping the run. But no, I'm not gonna. I don't want to be disrespectful because the Niners are a good team. I'm just maybe with my thing with the Niners is this. I think they have the number one defense in the game. I mean, there's no question about that.
DeMeco Ryans left. DeMeco left.
DeMeco is gone.
Wilkes comes in. Steve Wilkes. So,
but this whole quarterback thing, I just am not really sold and bought on that. All the way up till even last season. I know, he got hurt in that game. I still did not think it could be done because when it comes to playoff football, it's just a different game.
Yes. They would have won the Super Bowl if Brock Purdy didn't get hurt. They would have won the Super Bowl. But you actually are the Seahawks contenders now on the other side, on the East Coast. The Philadelphia Bulldogs. Listen to me, G. Listen to me.
Okay.
Here's my bold statement. And my entire life, I don't think I've seen a team this complete from top to bottom. I don't think I've seen a team this complete from the offensive line, defensive line, quarterback, running back, receivers, DBs. There's no weaknesses in this football team. When you talk about 17-0 undefeated, when we talk about what New England did some years ago with Randy Moss and Teddy Bruschi, I think this football team can be 17-0. They are stacked.
You like them like that?
Stacked. Name one weakness, and I'll walk off this set right now.
They don't.
They got DeAndre Swift.
Yeah.
You get Carter. You get Nolan Smith. You draft Keely Ringo. This is all depth. Gee, this is depth. They're not starting. They're not starting.
Yeah. Shout out to Rashad Penny because he's out there.
Rashad Penny, who gonna be your 1-2 punch. Jalen Hurts, who's trying to prove something. AJ, geez, stop it. Darius Slay, Bradford, should I keep going?
One thing about the NFC East, you just never know. Usually. I will say this. Maybe, just maybe, I don't know why. I think the Philadelphia Eagles are good. I do think that they are our favorite to come out of the NFC. They definitely are our favorite to come out of the NFC.
They're going to be undefeated.
I don't feel it the way that you do about the Eagles. I really don't. I really don't feel like and I definitely don't come close to thinking about anything of undefeated. I think that they are.
What was their record last year?
I mean,
14-3, and Jalen Hurts got hurt.
Well, you ain't supposed.
They was 14-3.
I'm gonna look it up.
And Jalen Hurts got hurt, and they lost one of them games. Take your time. Yeah, I got time.
Wow.
Let's get it right.
Wow, they were 14-3.
I know my ball, baby. I know
done.
my ball.
Well done. Well, I'm not there with you, but that's fine. I'm cool with that.
So, Seahawks, going back to the question, they're going to be very fun to watch this year. Geno got paid. When you get paid, there's a sense of, I got to prove my worth. You got your money, cool. But I want to get this year. I want to get next year. I want to get that third year. I want to show my value. I can get 1 year. Let me get all the years.
Right.
So there's going to be a new Geno that we see this year. And you put these weapons around him. You got some offensive line help. This is going to be a fun Seahawks team to watch.
You know what we didn't talk about? The best quarterback drafted in this draft. Who won? The Carolina Panthers or the Houston Texans?
Who won the draft?
As far as the quarterback. Who won between Bryce Young going to the Panthers and, of course, C.J. Stroud going to the Texans?
When I look at C.J. Stroud, he ain't got nobody to throw the ball to. He got Robert Woods, who I respect. Robert Woods is very good. He got Buddy from the Cowboys, number 85. I forget his name. They got the tight end from the Cowboys. He's good. Mm-hmm. Your boy ain't got nobody to throw the ball to, G.
I just don't trust the Houston Texans.
Exactly.
I just don't trust it. And let me just say this. First of all, you were right. I was wrong.
It's all good.
You said that Bryce Young would be drafted number 1, and I said it would be CJ.
Yeah.
You was right. I was wrong. But I think a huge part of me was I wanted the Carolina Panthers to pick CJ. Because no disrespect to the Houston Texans organizations and to your fan base, but I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. I just don't think the Houston Texans are a good organization. And I would love for them to prove me wrong. I really do. And I hope D'Amico Ryan, I love him.
I do too.
I love him. Of course, it's understated how much I love CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not the coaches. Sometimes it's not the coaches and the players. Sometimes it's the organization. Do I need to run down the organizations in this NFL that are constantly day in and day out swapping out quarterbacks, swapping out coaches, and it's still the same damn organization? My goodness, man. Sometimes these organizations, man, it just be like, man, it's like ran like a mom and pop candy store.
Oh, what candy store?
A mom and pop type candy store. You know what I mean? Over the years, you talk to players going to these organizations. I remember Mebane, I ain't gonna say what team he was at. Mebane was eating lunch under a tent.
He was at the Chargers.
He was eating lunch under a tent.
Listen,
some folks was taking coach. They was flying coach sometimes. Oh, man, come on.
Listen, G.
Yes.
When I was coming out as a rookie, I looked at all 32 teams.
Yeah.
And I went home and I got on my knees and I prayed to the good Lord. I said, Lord, please don't let this team draft me. Don't let that team draft me. It's some bad organizations out there. And when I look at CJ Stroud, he is talented. He's going to be good. But right schemes, right fits, right culture, all that stuff plays a part in your success, G. Now, with that being said, they got the right guy in there. D'Amico is in there. It's going to take some time. It takes time to change a bad environment around. And so he's going to have his struggles like all rookies do. But it's going to take some time. They got to get some weapons around them, stuff right.
We just saw this play out with Justin Fields in Chicago. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Great quarterback. And sometimes to the average fan, they wonder, is Justin Fields as good? Yes. Justin Fields is amazing. Mm-hmm. Imagine if Justin Fields had more, which I think that they've done that.
They got Buddy from the Panthers.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. So we will see what's going to happen with them going forward. So anyway, that was my bias speaking out, and got a little emotional about that. I just wish the Carolina Panthers would have taken them. So KJ, so the rookies, they go to the facility. And so they come to the facility, they come and say hi to everybody, the first round, all that kind of stuff. And then all these rookies, now they go back. And so now, as of right now, you got the next the rookie mini camp is going to be the 13th through the 15th. So it's going to be next week. Mm-hmm. What's going on right now? What do they do? What are they doing during that time?
First of all, you're talking to your coaches. You meet everyone. Talk to the head coach. Talk to the GM. Talk to your position coaches. The 2 rookies flew out here, 2 first rounders. I don't think the other guys flew out here.
Right.
So guys, this is what's coming. It's phase 1 of OTAs. But for you guys, you're going to go to practice. You're going to step on the practice field. Okay. So what they're going to do is they're going to come in there, give them a quick synopsis of the playbook. Playbook. Let's go out here and run it. So your first test is how quickly can I dissect a playbook? Let's say I've been running cover 3 my whole career in college. Surprise! You're running something different. Learn a new scheme. Hey, on offense, this is what we're doing. We're running this, we're running that, we're running that. Pick it up. So the first thing they're doing, they're seeing like, okay, they don't expect you to be perfect. Okay. But they want to see how quickly they can pick up a playbook. So best believe that when they're at home, you need to be training. Understand there's going to be only a few rookies here, so don't come here out of shape. Don't come in here, I strained my hamstring, my quad is tight.
By the way, the Seahawks got a lot of rookies.
They got 10.
Yeah, but they also
Is it 10?
Yeah, but they also have other guys from last year that are going to be showing up to that rookie camp as well. So there's a lot of either rookies and or first year players from last year that are going to be there. So you got to be prepared.
Yes, and I want to hit on this real quick. I hate to get off the subject.
Okay, come on.
But people, when they look at the draft, when they look at prospects, understand this: everybody's not going to pan out. Everybody is not going to pan out. You look at each draft that Coach Carroll and John Snyder has put together. And each one, a select few turn out really good. A select few get that second contract with the Seahawks. Some guys don't even make it out of to the first game.
So what are the reasons? What are the reasons why a rookie doesn't, or not necessarily a rookie, but guys don't pan out?
First and foremost, a numbers game. First and foremost, understand it's a numbers game. Only 53 dudes can make this roster.
Okay.
Sometimes, yeah, you play well. Sometimes you're good, but you're just the odd man out. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's self-inflicted. You came in, you was that rookie, didn't quite get it, didn't quite understand it, showing up late, not good on special teams. And so you essentially get your own self cut. The biggest thing that I've seen with guys is, especially skill position guys, is if you're not a starter, you're a special teamer. Okay. And if you're not a good special teamer, you're not valuable to me. If you're not starting, you are a special teamer. If you're not good at the big four, kickoff return, punt return, if you're not good at that, I can't have you on this roster. You can't dress out. So for these guys, come in, understand that, yeah, you are the man in high school. Yeah, you are the man in college. But understand that if you're not starting, if you're not a special teams demons, bye-bye. I can't do anything with you. So you got to get good at it.
Now, I've been wanting to ask, and I probably should have asked this to you before we came on, but I saw a stat, NFLPA, an agent sent it to me, and the NFLPA did it to where they were talking about the percentage of NFL players currently that either have real estate or property investment. 13%.
13% own
real estate and or an investment property. 13%. So I thought, the average NFL career is like 2.8 years. That actually might check out. So if the average NFL career is 2.8 years, KJ, when did you buy your first house?
Year 4.
So it tracks. It tracks.
Yeah.
So at first I thought that's unbelievable. And then it was like, wait a minute. That actually tracks. So why? Why do NFL play? Why is it that when you guys get to the league,
I'm gonna tell you
their
why.
first thought is, let me get some property? I'm curious. Help me understand.
No, why they thought isn't, let me get some property?
Yeah, why? It took you 4 years? Year 4?
Let me tell you why guys don't get real estate property. Because renting is quote unquote safe. Renting is safe.
Safe how?
I'm gonna explain it to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna explain it to you. Listen. Let me break this down for you. It's safe and it's stupid. I'm gonna say this. If I'm spending rent, let's just do simple math. Let's say my rent is $10,000. Let's say I'm staying downtown Bellevue. I'm staying at the Bravern. My rent's $10,000. What's 10 times 12?
120.
120. Multiply that times 4. We're talking like $250,000. Now, take that 400,000.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Imagine if you took that $500,000.
Okay.
And you bought a house. $1 million house.
Okay.
You got the house that's going to go up in value over here over time.
Right.
And you got equity in the house.
I'm following you.
So what you're essentially doing, when you paying rent, you making somebody else rich. When I'm spending this $5,000, $10,000, I'm making somebody else rich. Yeah, I got a roof over my head, but I'm making somebody else rich.
So you saying, wait, let me get this straight. Are you saying that guys come in the league and they're like, you know what? I want to make somebody else rich with this rent.
No, what guys do, they come in the league is like, I don't understand the value of purchasing a home. People don't understand the value that's in it. So they're just like, hell, I'm just going to rent.
But don't, whoa. I'm not even letting this slide right now. You guys got agents and you got financial advisors. You got, come on now, no, come on. Hold on. You literally pay these agents a 2% or 3% or whatever it is at the end of the year. You have these financial advisors that are right there. But you mean to tell me the people that you pay money to can't advise you on real estate? And 13% of the NFL right now has real estate or owns an investment property? You still are not explaining this to me. You're not explaining it well.
The number is 13% for a reason. You think guys want to come in dumb? You think guys want to come in and spend all this money in rent, staying at the Bravers, spending $5,000, $10,000 a month? You think guys just want to do that? No.
Then why do they do it?
Because we don't know any better. We don't understand the value of purchasing. We don't understand that if I take this money and I put it into an asset, not liability, this is an asset that I have. I'm just taking this money and I'm transferring it to a brick and mortar.
Yeah.
And when I get tired of it, or when I get traded or cut, it's still mine.
So is that what happened to you? Is that why it took you 4 years to buy a crib?
It took me 4 years because I'm like, just go rent. Like, what am I gonna buy a house for? In my mind, I'm like, I don't know where I'm gonna be after this contract. That's what I was thinking. I don't know where I'm gonna be after this 4 years. But it don't even matter where you are.
Right.
It don't even matter where you are. This house ain't going anywhere. So if you do get traded, you know what you do? You hire a property manager. Hey, I just got cut and traded. Put a tenant in my house. This mortgage that I'm paying, make it their rent.
Yes.
So if I'm spending $4,000 in a mortgage, they're paying for my mortgage.
Right.
That's how it works. But gee, understand this. Here I am, 33. How old are you?
I'm 47.
It took us time to understand that. It took us time. And yes, you're right. There are not good enough agents. There's not good enough financial advisors really putting dudes on game. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody out here. But what they're doing is they're taking these athletes. Let me word myself properly. They're taking these athletes and they're getting what they can get from the athlete. I hope I said that as good as I can. But to God honest truth, that's what not enough guys in that position went through it. Agents, they didn't go through it. Financial advisors didn't go through it. They're wired a certain way.
Wait. What do you say that the financial advisors and the agents didn't go through it? Go through what?
They didn't go through this journey.
But they hold on. But these agents and these financial advisors, even though they haven't gone through the journey that you've gone through, they understand that their client renting that place for $10,000 a month, maybe having a car. I mean, it's been for a whole bunch of years that I've seen a lot of expensive cars before I've seen any type of house. So you say they haven't been on that journey, but they know. And so is it that you guys aren't listening? Is that what it is? Because you can't, there's no way in the world all these top agents that we see year in and year out aren't telling their clients right away, hey, let's get this real estate. I'm missing something here,
Gee,
KJ.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I don't think they are. They're not, G.
Nobody told you?
Told me what? hey, KJ, you about to go to this team.
Maybe we should have talked about this before we got on the air, man, because I'm hot right now. I'm hot, bro, because this is a real thing.
It is
2.7, 2.8 years is an average NFL career, and then when you go to do the statistic on what happens to you guys 3 to 4 years after playing, those odds don't look good.
Gee, you're this passionate because you lived through it. You this passionate because you were washing cars for hundreds of dudes, and you seen the work we put in. You seen how much we go through with this NFL journey. You've been through it. I've been through it. Them agents, them financial advisors, they didn't go through it. They look at us as a product. And I was like, oh, there's my 3%. That's how it is. No disrespect. Once again, no disrespect. There are some good agents out there. But when we talk about really investing back into your client, to hell with getting the contract done. Cool. Get the contract done. What else are you giving me? What else are you giving me as a certified agent? Yeah, you got the contract done. Tell me the value of real estate. Tell me how to take care of my body. Connect me with people in the city.
So, wouldn't it be a good idea if
yes,
all NFL teams hired a Cliff Averill to come there and be their real estate liaison? So look, if there's NFL teams watching this, every NFL team should have someone that's there, and that specifically is what they're there for, to help these guys with that, because now we cut down on guys going broke when they're done playing that game.
Every team should have a former player to put players on game. I'm in the building. We walking arm in arm with this thing. I did it. I made mistakes. I made great choices. I had a phenomenal career. I've essentially done what you're about to do.
But wait a minute. They got a lot of that, though. And shout out to the best who has ever done it. Mo Kelly is the Michael Jordan of what he has done. But they got that. No, I'm saying it needs to be specific. Like straight up real estate person. Not former player, not because sometimes young guys don't want to listen. Some young guys don't always want to listen to the old heads. Young guys don't want to. Young guys don't want to listen to old heads. You need a real estate guy or gal that is specifically there to help them out with the real estate.
No. You go pay somebody to.
Yes.
Why would an organization do that?
Because they actually want to help, and the same way organizations put on the rookie symposium, the same way the organizations pay for these rookies to come in and learn about these things in those meetings. They go away, they see former players tell them what to do, the do's and don'ts and all those things. This is an investment into you guys. That's why they should do it. What are we talking about here?
Gee, no, it is not an organization's job to educate their players on real estate.
Why not?
Because this is football. What are you talking about? My job is to make sure you're a good football player, winning me ball games, bringing home that Lombardi trophy. The bottom line, TV ratings up. I'm trying to create superstars out of you guys. I'm trying to create stars. Real estate, that ain't my job. I don't get paid for that.
I can't wait till we have Cliff Averill on here one day so we can talk about this. But I you know what? I just think I got emotional. And I think you're talking logical, and you're basically telling me, G, that ain't the job of the NFL.
I love your heart. I got the same heart as you do.
Yeah.
With that being said.
You being real.
No, they're not going to do that.
I was thinking about something, and since today I'm on the roll, I might as well keep going. What is the most off-the-wall advice that I have for all of these rookies coming in here that will help them quadruple their earnings over the years? You ready?
Listen, I'm listening.
hire a speech coach. Hire a speech coach. You get on Instagram and you, or maybe your significant other you're going to another city and they're on Instagram and they're checking out the restaurants and they see these restaurant reels and they see the videos. And the reason why you want to go to the restaurant, you can't taste the damn food through the phone, but the presentation of the restaurant makes you want to go there. When you get ready to talk and you do your interviews, the presentation of you is everything. That's how you're going to get those endorsements. That's how you're going to go ahead and open those doors. Hire a speech coach to help you get, and if anything else, when you're done with the game, Nate Burleson, to be how the fans get to know you is literally through every single interview that you do. Every single time you go out to an appearance and talk to the schools and talk to Fortune 500 companies, I'm telling you, you can laugh at me all you want to. You hire a damn speech coach and I promise you, you're going to quadruple your earnings over the years.
Hey, mic drop. I ain't got nothing to say. I co-sign. I ain't got nothing to say.
And hire a videographer.
To follow you around.
No, not necessarily that. Not necessarily that. Have your own content. Whatever it is.
100%.
You got some off the wall advice?
No, in other news, as we close, we got LeBron James.
Oh, it's against Steph Curry.
Versus Steph Curry. This matchup, first of all, this is a very fun matchup. I went to the finals some years ago. I saw LeBron and the Cavaliers versus the Warriors.
2016.
Man, that was a fun game. Now we got LeBron James versus Steph Curry. We got Klay Thompson. We got Anthony Davis. 7-game series. Let me hear it. Who you got? What do you want to see? What do you want to see out of this series?
Well, first of all, I think LeBron James is the greatest player to ever play the game. Greatest of all time. I'm a real LeBron fan. And what makes me nervous about LeBron right now is I'm realizing this is not going to continue to be. Like, he's coming towards the end of his career. Michael Jordan was really my first love of a basketball player. And then it was LeBron. And to be honest with you, I don't think that I can love another NBA player the way that I've loved LeBron and I've loved Mike. So what do I want? I want and need Anthony Davis to quit playing. And I need you to be consistent.
He's been good. He's been good.
Yes, he has.
He's been good.
But the only way the Lakers can have a chance to beat the Warriors if AD does his job. So LeBron's going to be LeBron. And if it gets to the point where LeBron is leading the Lakers in scoring, that's going to be a problem.
No, that won't sustain.
Huh?
That won't sustain.
No, it won't. So who do I think wins this? I think the Lakers win this.
I think they really have a chance too. I think they got a chance. They clicking. Where we in? This last stretch to get into the playoffs, healthy, AD playing like a dog, I think they really do have a chance. Now, Draymond Green gonna be holding them. He'll be talking that smack. He gonna punch him in the ribs. He gonna really see his makeup. Let's see how Anthony Davis responds when Draymond Green get on his head.
Draymond real good at that. Draymond ain't
genius.
He ain't Dylan Brooks.
No, Dylan Brooks a clown.
Yeah, he ain't Dylan Brooks. I do think the Lakers will win this series.
In 7.
I think,
In 7. It's gonna take 7.
Yeah. And okay, timeout. Hold back. I don't think the Lakers can win in 7.
What they got to do?
Steph Curry, man. You do not want a Steph Curry game 7. Today, I think the most dangerous player in the game in a game 7 is going to be Steph Curry. That dude has ice water going through his veins.
He created his own shot.
Had 50.
Come off screens. Mm-hmm. Hits all his free throws. He could drive it, dish it. Don't get tired.
Does everything.
The best of, not the best of this generation. One of the best that we've ever seen. Top 5 that we've ever seen.
But the favorite out of the West, since we're still talking about it, you got the Phoenix Suns against the Denver Nuggets.
Oh, it's so boring. Come on, KD. Come on, bro. I don't want to see no Jokic, no Murray, no Gordon.
You can't beat them. You can't.
They sure go be there.
Yeah. And by the way, I called Jamal Murray. What I call him? Tracy Murray.
There is a Tracy Murray though.
There is.
Yeah,
but the reason why Jamal Murray in the Denver Nuggets are going to win it all because of people like me who don't give respect to Jamal Murray. His name. When's the last time you've been in the barbershop and Jamal Murray's names came up?
He'll never be talked about in the barbershop. At least not in my barbershop.
We don't even talk about.
Maybe in his hometown, not in my barbershop.
We talk about Jokic, but nobody brings him up. That dude is really about to really get it down.
Hey, we on next week.
We on next week. We're gonna see what's happening. Let me redo this. Look, I know we done, but KJ, this real estate topic got me hot. And
you're sweating right now.
Yeah, because you didn't really help me understand why this is a problem. And look, man, I get it. Coming up, growing up in the neighborhood where I'm from in Chicago, what I saw, the cool folks, I saw the pimps, I saw the hustlers, I saw the drug dealers. They had the chains, they had the cars. I never seen their houses, right? So when I came up, all I thought about was, I want to get a nice car. And I tell this story all the time. I lived in Las Vegas back in the mid to late 90s. And me and a partner of mine, we had a house in Vegas and we rented for $1,600 a month. Had a pool in the back. I mean, it was nice. But across the street, when I would go run, there was new homes being built. I'll never forget this. They were $99,000. And I used to think, why would I want to pay $99,000 when I could just pay the $1,600 a month?
Exactly.
And it goes back to what you said.
Exactly.
The $1,600 a month appears safer than the $99,000.
Exactly.
And so there are a lot of players that come into the league that don't know. Cool. But man, if you know better, you can do better. And I do think it is the responsibility of the NFL to better help with this situation. Sorry.
The thing when it comes to real estate, G, is like we gotta look at it as like I'm not even really spending money. I'm not even spending money. I'm taking money from my bank account and I'm essentially just transferring it into this asset. This $1 million house, by the time I'm done with it, I'm actually getting more money back.
Yeah.
When I put down this, people get scared. They get scared of the down payment. I got to put 20% down. Dang, I got to put 20% down on this payment, and I got to pay a mortgage. But big picture, like, you just transferring money from your bank account, which not making any money, and you putting it into this asset that's going to get you cash flow if you want to rent it, right?
Yes.
If you rent it, it's going to give you cash flow. And it's going to appreciate over time. So the money you spending now, you got to look 7, 8, 9 years down the line like, this thing going to give me more money back.
Speaking of spending, did you always know what money was going in and out?
Oh, I knew that.
You always knew that.
Oh, I don't play about that. KJ Wright, he knew he knew all that.
Every dollar.
Every day.
Every day.
I look at myself every day. My wife looks at my she's the everyday bills. I'm the big portfolio looking like, where we at? That's me.
Cause I always wondered, like, there's some guys that don't know. There's some guys that let somebody else take care of that.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. I love my financial team. I really do. They have a part of their service where they could do exactly that. They have a part of their service where you don't got to worry about nothing. The bills, the utilities, the car payments, we'll take care of everything for you. Hell no. What? No. You want to? I don't want to get rude, but you want to take somebody that don't know nothing and continue to not know a dang thing about what's going on. No, G. This exists, and you know what, G? They got people that do it.
Yeah, like you said, no disrespect to your financial team.
No disrespect. I love them.
They offer that service. And so in that service, it's like, it's easier. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to worry about anything. But what that ends up doing is as your NFL clock is ticking, which, by the way, as soon as you get drafted or an undrafted free agent, clock's ticking. And whenever that date, which nobody knows when that date is done, when you're done with the league. But one day, there's going to come a time. Matter of fact, the NFL right now is 100% where rookies don't play until they're 100 years old, okay? So there's going to come a time that you're done. The faster you understand money, let me say that again. The faster you understand your money, the better off you're going to be, because you don't know when your last snap is going to be. Because I think I'm passionate about this is because over the last 20 years, I've known a lot of players that went broke. A lot of players that went broke. And by the way, I don't care if you win a Super Bowl. I don't care if I know that's important to we fans, right? Super Bowls are important. We love the fact. Super Bowl 48 champions. Thank you. But KJ, you can't pay one bill telling the folks, hey, I want Super Bowl 48. That can't pay a bill.
Can't eat that trophy.
Speaking of trophies,
I can't eat that.
Look at this trophy.
Listen, G. We saying all this stuff, right? The thing that players have to do is, I can hear somebody say it, but I got to self-educate myself. I got to open up a book. I got to turn on a TED Talk. I got to look on YouTube. What is a liability? What is an asset? What is compound interest? Why do I need credit? I got to learn that for myself. And I need people to help me understand I need to learn it for myself. You know what I mean? We got to take it upon ourselves, but we also need people to tell us, hey, this is what you need to do. We don't got enough of it.
You think it's the old theory of you don't know the stove is hot until you touch it? And you think you got to touch the stove first? You think you actually, in order to really get it and really understand, you have to have an opportunity to make some mistakes, which, by the way, is normal. You know what I mean? You want to give yourself make some mistakes.
Let's just close that gap, because right now a lot of people make a lot of mistakes. What we got to do is we got to continue to shrink that gap.
Shrink the gap.
Once you put something in somebody's face so many times, like they go, "Oh, I'm gonna listen. Oh, I'm gonna listen." If so many people are saying this, yeah, let me listen to that old head in the locker room, or let me tap in with my vet in the locker room who's done it at a very high level. So the message don't stop. We gonna be preaching this message till our face turn blue. But the more we do it, the better it'll get.